to. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people. And this is my land. This is my land. This is what we pray for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. If you ain't from here, you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house.
This is going to sound weird, but do you have any cool scars that you would show me and tell me the story of how you got them?
Sure. I have a lot of them. Some of the biggest ones are on my stomach. They may be a little hard to see. Those are from when my mother sold me into child sex slavery, and they were making a video, and I screamed, as most kids would, and I kept screaming for help, and they decided to take hunting knives and carve the word help into my stomach and told me no matter how many times I screamed for help that it would never come. And it never did.
Good afternoon, Vermonters. Good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching this. Kevin Hoyt, the Grassroots Warrior Network and self-identified governor of Vermont. I apologize for the face. I've shed a few tears today. The last few days have been rough, and we're going to get into that. Governor Scott, can we get a statement on this video on what I'm about to reveal? And again, I'm a little upset, not only with our administrative, but with you guys, my viewers, my fans, my followers, Vermonters. Vermonters, you got to remember who you are, okay? So I think I found, again, another human trafficking ring in Vermont State, a child trafficking ring, to be exact. This involves police chiefs, it involves law enforcement, real estate companies, lawyers, prosecutors, house reps, judges, right? Vermont DCF, that's CPS, Child Protective Services. The people in Vermont care. Pawlet, Vermont, Fairhaven, Vermont, Rutland, Bennington, Manchester, Castleton, Vermont, Grandville, New York. What is wrong with you people? How many stories do I have to see and share of little kids getting, being molested and having the word help carved into their stomach? How much of that, what's it going to take to get people interested, involved? Do we have priorities in here? Do our children count for anything? And forgive the tone. Again, we're talking about Police Chief William Bill Humphreys, Lee McChesney. People should look that name up. Merrill Bent, right? Merrill Bent is a bad guy lawyer along with Erica Marthridge. Robin Chestnut Tangerman, right? He's a house rep out of Rutland. People should be asking these people questions, right? So again, Merrill Bent, Erica Marthridge, it's funny, they're connected to both. All these different organizations and all the agencies and all the right people in the right places. Merrill Bent, the woman who lives in Sunderland, Vermont, Arlington, Manchester area, is involved with both this trafficking ring in Pawlet, Grandville area, and the Bennington trafficking ring, and connections to Chad Schmidt, the Bennington County Sexton Sheriff, who's been gone. Human trafficking. I'm the reporting party. Multi-state federal RICO investigation. They are lying to you. The statewide issue BOLO. Be on the lookout for my sheriff and my high bailiff. The charges were human trafficking. This isn't a conspiracy. Well, it is a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's human trafficking, and it's happening in your town. Every town USA. You don't even have to be a Vermonter. This is our authorities. This is our Congress. This is Child Protective Services. Does anyone care? Daniel Banyi got arrested today. And again, I should date this before we go any further. In fact, this is, let's see, it's 1:16 in the morning. And again, forgive me, it's been a couple of days since I've slept, right? 1:16 in the morning on the 21st, March 21st, 2024. Daniel Banyier got arrested yesterday on the 20th, right? Daniel Banyier is the gentleman in Pawlet, Vermont. There's a political agenda. They wanted Daniel out, so they're stealing his land. Are you going to wait until they come for your land? Are you going to wait until they take your child? I don't know what I got to do. How much is enough? When is enough? Right? So Daniel Banyier, again, is a gentleman that's been set up. The issue and underlining thing was gun control, militias, and again, taking away your rights and freedoms, along with getting Daniel out of town so they can steal his land. And Merrill Bent is the persecutor. This is the person that is persecuting Daniel. We need to ask Merrill Bent some questions. Merrill Bent is in the middle of this. Merrill Bent, that's Bent, Wilmington, Bent, Stancy, Dewey, Screw 'em, and Howe. Rob Wilmington is the gentleman in Bennington. He used to be the Bennington town lawyer. Merrill Bent is now. He is the gentleman that set up all these illegal EIN shell companies, including the Vermont Sheriff's Association, right? They're for embezzlement and money laundering. They're illegal business fronts. The Vermont New Hampshire Christmas Tree Association, the Project Against Violent Encounters, right? That's PAVE, Turning Point. These are just a few of the many that have matching EIN numbers. Not only that, they covered up sexual misconduct with children at Sunrise Daycare. That not only has a matching EIN with my judge, it has what the feds call a pedophile symbol. A day camp, a child advocacy center in Bennington that's run by the Vermont Department of Children and Families. Got another one in Manchester that was closed down for, again, sexual abuse with children, right? Woman involved with that, again, Lindsay Liebig. Her last name is Cavino. If you look at the story, who arrested Daniel Banyier today? Tom Cavino, right? Lindsay's husband is Jim, but I bet they're related. Tom Cavino works with Bill Humphreys. That's the Fairhaven police chief that's been convicted twice of serving alcohol to minors, regularly trolls Little League fields, or his underage girlfriends pull people over in Pawlet in his constable car, right? So again, let's go right to this article. I want to share this because all of this is so important. All of it is so important. I want to show you guys. Hopefully this came up. This is Vermont Digger. You guys can go to Vermont Digger. That's hilarious to me, to read about Daniel Banyier being assaulted, right? He's been on the lam for so long because this guy didn't have a permit. They've destroyed his life and they're taking his farm. Oh, wait, he did have a permit. And then the town decided to revoke it 2 years after he built the farm. You guys don't hear this part of the story. And who's the persecutor? Merrill Bent. That is who's going after this land. Who is she using to do the dirty work? Tom Cavino, Bill Humphreys. We need to look at these people and see the relationships. Great picture of Daniel. After they mace him and beat him up, they're pulled over for speeding, right? They finally caught Daniel after being on the lam. Again, this is so biased. This is so biased, and it's coming from Vermont Digger. I'll remind everybody again, we go farther, right? Even a better picture of Daniel after they mace him and beat him, after they're stealing his land, right? He's facing new charges now, aggravated assault, and they're stacking the deck against this guy once again. And it could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody tomorrow. Rob Wilmington is the vice president of Vermont Digger. Rob Wilmington is Merrill Bent's business partner. Rob Wilmington is the guy that set up the illegal shell companies and ran the human trafficking ring in Bennington.
That's it. That's Vermont Digger, right? No name, no number, no sign, no nothing. Leading publication. We're here to talk about Rob Wilmington, the VP of Vermont Digger, and how he covered up sexual misconduct with children back when he was the town lawyer for my town of Bennington. See if anybody's here. It's election season. We'll see if they're interested in maybe an interview. candidate for governor. What do you guys think? What do you think the odds are? Maybe we can talk about illegal PPP loans, maybe some matching EIN numbers. Again, Judge Calvin, the Vermont Sheriff's Association. I've been here before. It's election season, guys, right? There's no other candidates except Governor Scott, according to Digger. I think they put in their favorite Democrat, but that's it. Nobody here. It's Kevin Hoyt.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm a candidate for Vermont State Governor. I'm wondering if anybody's interested in an interview or some media tips on some scandals.
Not at the moment, but thank you very much for dropping by, Kevin.
You're not interested in a candidate for Vermont State Governor, or a press release to tell the people that I'm running, or?
Not at the moment, Kevin, but thank you for dropping by.
How about Rob Wilmington? Rob, the VP for your company, covering up sexual misconduct with children in 1986. Would you be interested in a story in that? Hello? There's Vermont Digger, leading news media publication for Vermont State. You guys can come up here. Again, 26 State Street. They brag right across the street from the Golden Dome. And you can come up and talk to a door who will not be interested in your stories or interested in anything you have to say. But there you go, Vermont Digger, everybody. I love you. Remember, the media is a bad guy. It's a long arm, corrupt arm of our state-owned propaganda machine.
Merrill Bent is his business partner. I'm going to repeat that. Merrill Bent is involved with the same dirty cops, DCF, lawyers, judges, real estate companies. Let's look into Robin Chestnut Tangerman. This is the Vermont House rep for Rutland County, right? Best friends, business partners, a giant real estate mogul, one of the largest, wealthiest landowner development companies in Vermont State, right there in Pawlet, Vermont. They own 3/4 of Pawlet, Vermont. They're the largest landowner in that area, working with Merrill Bent to steal Daniel's land, right? Well, he was caught with Lee McChesney. If you guys remember, Lee McChesney was caught in Coral Springs, Florida, having sex with the owner of the New England Patriots and 17-year-old Chinese Asian women that were chained to a wall. He got soliciting sex by a minor, just like Epstein. They forgot to tell you about the whole traffic chained to the wall part. What the hell is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? You guys can't see this, and you're going to deny it? You're going to let it ride? Go to a Bennington Select Board meeting right now. They're arguing over the name of Gypsy Lane. So our town select board is arguing with the people who live on Gypsy Lane who don't want to change their name. All their mail and everything's been set up that way, and they don't really care. But our select board cares about political correctness. So they're arguing. Maybe the people of Gypsy Lane, instead of arguing about the name of your road, should ask, where is Stuart Hurd, our town manager, at an undisclosed location? He resigned under executive session. They're just not telling you. The select board knows. Why does the select board, every member, sit on the boards for all these illegal business fronts with EIN numbers? Republicans and Democrats alike. How are they involved? How come our police chief doesn't have a badge in Bennington? What happened to our police force? Anybody seen Chad Schmidt? The Bennington County Sexton Sheriff? They didn't tell you, remember? We had an emergency meeting at, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night on a Friday, executive session. It was just the Bennington Select Board and our lawyer, Merrill Bent, right? In the meeting minutes, the only thing they told us, it was, again, due to a pre-release of information about our police department that put the town at a disadvantage. You're welcome. I'm the guy that gave you the pre-release. And it's your town and your police force and your government and your Congress are trafficking your children. They're taking your children. Vermont per capita ties number 4 in the missing people department. Did anybody know that? Vermont Digger must have forgot to tell you. Per capita, number 4. We're a hub. You can go to Hardwick, Vermont and look. You can go this is everywhere, guys. This is every town USA, and it's our officials. And I don't care if you laugh at me, if you don't believe me. If you come to me and tell me, I just had a gentleman on the Pawlet Constable page, or maybe it was the Fairhaven Police page, tell me to shut the F up. Not everything's a conspiracy theory. You're going to defend these criminals. You're going to attack other people for trying to warn you rather than look. And this is important. We got to start noticing it's important where our community stands, because you're going to have to choose. People like this who speak in ignorance, who are not willing to even look at the evidence, the solid, overwhelming, undisputable evidence. If you're going to defend these criminals, that makes you a bad guy. If you know about this and you're allowing it and you're not doing something, that makes you a bad guy. You are an enemy of the people. If you are attacking others, citizens, trying to help, rather than going after them, rather than doing the work and looking at this evidence, rather than taking it to your officials like you should be, why are you attacking me instead of William Humphreys, the guy that's been convicted twice of serving alcohol to underage girls, and he's still a police chief? Does anybody have a problem with that? I apologize for the tone. Again, I want to date these. We're going to go through a bunch of recordings because I made some more phone calls. I've called mayors in Grandville, New York. I've called police chiefs. I've called the Attorney General, and you guys are about to watch this. As a citizen of Vermont and the candidate for Vermont State Governor in 2024, I called the highest ranking law enforcement officer in Vermont State, Charity Clark, the Vermont Attorney General. And I said, hey, I'm a candidate for Vermont State Governor, and they're trying to kill me. They cut my brake lines. Never spoke with Charity, by the way. 4 calls in the last 60 days, and I haven't heard from Charity. No one calls me back. What's that say for anyone wanting to run for office? Am I the wrong color? Did I pick the wrong religion? How come this isn't a big deal? Do I have to resign? Do I have to pull my nomination and not run? It's dangerous, right? So I'm a candidate for Vermont governor. They're trying to kill me, and I want to report crimes. Everything ranging from the low end, like felony gun crimes and embezzlement, to crimes against humanity, to trafficking children, human trafficking. Can I get a call back? Does anybody care? Can I get anybody else to call Charity Clark and say what's going on? Governor Phil Scott, can I get a statement? Let's talk about RICO. You refuse to debate me. They break election law, set election law. As a candidate for governor, Phil Scott should debate me. He doesn't. He runs. The media will not cover me, including my scandals. Anybody wonder why? You should know why. You do know why. You're counting on elections. We have no more elections, guys. We just watched it. We're still watching it. The 2024 cheat is already under the way. They're not going to allow you to know. Phil Scott's not going to run again. Governor Phil Scott's going to federal prison instead. I'm going to make sure of it. And this has nothing to do with politics or an election. This is our home. This is our children. Again, what the hell's wrong with you guys? I'm sorry that we have to watch this, that we have to see this. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to believe it. It's our kids. I need help, and I know a lot of people are counting on me, and I'm in it, man. You can count on me. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm counting on you too. We need to get these scandals to the public. You need to take this evidence to your officials, bring it to them, and watch them run. Do us a favor and record it. Document everything you can. Watch them run. Watch us rise. With Tim Ash, Senator Dick Sears, I'm wondering, you just came from Cat TV with Chris Bates, who we found out was the first felony fugitive ever elected and put in office. He never could have took the oath, the ethics oath, to be sworn in, which is required. Do you support him, Mr. Sears? Are you supporting Chris Bates? You condone that?
He's not running.
No, but are you condemning him? You okay with that? Can you tell me what happens with the case law? We'll see. No, I don't think so, because you guys refuse to ask. Later, you don't want to speak. Tell me where there's proof that a mask helps. Maybe you can. You're pushing this unconstitutional law.
Please keep some distance.
No, I don't think I'm gonna. Why don't you back up? Why don't you back up if you're really afraid? How is this okay, but our independence rally's not okay? How about that one? How come you showed up for the gay pride parade, Dick, but you didn't want to show up for our Independence Day and you canceled the Bennington Battle Day? Are those not important to you, those holidays? How about when was the last kitchen cabinet meeting, the secret meetings, right? Only Democrats allowed? You're not going to answer the last meeting you went to? Dick, didn't you, you complained when the Senate did that, right? You had a big problem when the Senate was meeting behind closed doors. So when we have 40, when I find a secret site, right, with hidden passwords and codes, and I get in there and there's 44 before they throw me out of our supermajority Democrats, do you think that's a problem? Of course you don't know. I got screenshots for you. There's our elected official. Mr. Zuckerman, he's a running candidate for Vermont governor.
Vermonters money and reducing emissions. So,
I'm your competition, by the way. I'm running for governor. I'm beating Scott by about 5 times and you by about 10. We did an election audit down here in Bennington that shows probably 60 or 70% fraud.
So I gotta go.
WCAX.
I gotta go.
Or ask Mr. Dean. He's going to prison. Directly connected with the DCF, the Bennington County State's Attorney. She's involved. I just gave you 8 and told you about a pedophile symbol in a child advocacy center run by the state. You're the administrator. And your name again? I am recording you. What's your name again, man?
That's so funny, Desiree.
Individual.
I don't know anything about you.
Hold on. Bennington County Child Care Association. Don't take my shit. Get out of here. So look, Vermont, the Bennington County Child Care Association, they have a pedophile. They have what the FBI described as a pedophile symbol in their logo. Directly connected to DCI.
I don't know.
Right? Mr. Gothier, Rick Gothier, is completely aware because I just showed him felony crimes. Hey, Captain Hurley, come on over. I want to show you some evidence. Look right here, Bennington County Sheriff's Association. That's your number, right? But I'm showing you as a law enforcement agency, this is legal. This is money laundering, Andy. This is embezzlement. This guy right here, see him? Good thing. Probably his last free Christmas last year. They think they're untouchable. Andy, I'm going to send you to prison. So you guys are here asking for more money, and I'm here because I want to talk about embezzlement and money laundering and fraud and obstruction and tax, all names everybody's familiar with. Vermont Sheriff's Association, let's get a little bit bigger, right? How come they all have matching EIN numbers? That's a unique, as in one individual business, federal identification number. I wish I could got one.
All right. You're gonna call.
So I'm getting a no trespass order from a town public meeting. That's a felony crime. Now, I want to know how you're going to enforce that. Hi, Dispatcher Krasik. This is Kevin Hoyt here at my employers, and you're taking it back, or the town is?
Correct.
Is that for the Bennington Select Board meeting? For the
Correct.
pump firehouse?
I need to know where you are so they can give you your copy of the paperwork. Where your
I'll stop down. I'm at,
okay, thank you.
Because they don't want credit. I love you. We're winning. These people are disappearing one at a time. But I'm tired. How many stories like this do we have to tell? You're going to wait till it's you, like I said. I'm sick of watching my friends and neighbors suffer, and even my enemies, the people that ridicule me and laugh at me. I don't want you to die either. When we stop this division, deflection, distraction, diversion, that's what these guys do. Let's talk about Gypsy Lane instead of the real issues, right? Human trafficking and taking our children. We have DCF in court right now for taking children with no proof of abuse. 1 in 4 families have DCF involvement, CPS involvement nationwide, right? And about 2,400 kids a month, every single month, disappear from state custody. I'm not talking about Vermont, I'm talking nationally. 2,400 kids, 2,400 children go missing from state custody every month in the United States. 800,000 missing children, 2.1 million worldwide that we know about. What happens to those kids? Not only does the child disappear, but their paperwork disappears too. When the FBI went to the Bennington Police Department in the town of Bennington and said, hey, we want to look into the Rob Wilmington and Rick Gauthier covering up sexual misconduct with children at the child daycare that has a matching EIN and a pedophile symbol as a logo, the town of Bennington and the Bennington Police Department said that's gone. We don't have that case anymore. Destroyed the files, just like the body cam footage that you needed for your case. Oh, they lost that. They didn't have body cams on that day. Is anybody catching on? Well, guess what? When the feds ask you, the feds already had it. They didn't need it. We have everything. We, the people. The feds got it too, but I'm not impressed. I'm sure Donald Trump's got it too. I'm not impressed. We, the people, have everything. When you have a grievance with your government, crimes against humanity, world genocide, child trafficking, and sacrifice, those are pretty good grievances. You're supposed to take it to your officials. Why aren't we doing that? I am. Why aren't you doing that? Let me clarify. I can't get people to write a letter or make a phone call. Are you kidding me? How come you're not sharing these videos on Governor Phil Scott's wall? How come you're not demanding a debate with Governor Phil Scott? How come you're not requesting a public statement? Hashtag Rico, Phil. Can we get a public statement? Can you at least deny it? Why do you run from debate? I know why you run from. If I was you, I would run from debate too. I'm coming. Bill Humphreys, you put up a wanted poster for me. This is the Fairhaven police chief for me and Daniel Banya. I didn't know who you were. Hated me. I know why you hate me now, and you were right. I am coming for you, Bill Humphreys. You're a criminal. And worse. Can we at least get an investigation into this, right? And worse. All right, I'm done ranting because I know this is going to be a longer video now, but I want to show you guys. I am going through this. Daniel Banya is going through this at our expense, at our suffering, at our torture for you, so you can bear witness. Don't wait until it's you. Be brave. See something, say something, do something. Please. I love you guys. Check out these videos. Absolutely insane. All we have is each other. And I know that's why we're going to be okay. But until we start doing something, this is going to continue. And as long as we allow it to continue, if you are allowing it, you're one of the bad guys. You're either with the people or against the people. And we're going to have to start making that distinction right now too. Everybody is going to have to choose. I stand against the state. I am an enemy of the state. The line's been drawn and I agree with them. I am. I don't want that system. I don't want to govern anybody. We're Vermonters. We don't need Phil Scott or Kevin Hoyt or anybody to tell us what to do. This is wrong. This isn't about who you voted for. Vote for Phil Scott again. It's not going to run, right? Vote for Corn Pop, Biden again. Doesn't even matter. Like, your vote counts. We know that too. Evidence is overwhelming. When are we going to do something is my question. Enjoy the video. This is your representatives helping a Vermont citizen in trouble. This is what you can expect too. Love you guys. Have a great day.
You don't get it. You men don't get it. I'm 55 years old. I've lost everything. This town has taken away everything.
For me personally, reflecting back, I knew I was going to have some pushback from the anti-gun world. I mean, that's just inevitable, right? Some environmental person, some anti-gun person is going to mutter some rhetoric that is conducive to your ideology. I mean, that's just anywhere we go. I mean, this is the world we're living in. I understood that and I accepted that. I never imagined what is happening to me now.
In 2013, Daniel Banya bought a 30-acre parcel that backs up to the largest slate quarry in the world, where blasting is daily and seemingly all the time. He wanted to build a shooting range and a small school to teach what he had learned as a private security detail for some big clients back in the day.
I came up with this idea. I said, I'm gonna find some property, build a place that is specifically for people that use a gun in their profession. So I walked the property, I took a look at everything, and I'm like, wow, this is it. Like, this is the place. You know, everything looked fair. Wow, what a mistake. What a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated by your fat ass either. Whatever you say, man. Yeah, whatever you say, man. Have a good night, pal. Yeah, you too. Breath is terrible. I'll keep an eye out for you. Yeah, please do.
The town is another character in this. And like a lot of small towns, there is nepotism, conflict of interest. Daniel, however, is the first to fight it, just out of principle.
3 minutes or not. I'm a taxpayer.
No,
I can speak.
Down all the time.
No,
3 minutes or not.
no, it's not the case. But Ms. Van Ort, you decide to go. No, don't put your hands. 3 minutes or not. Don't put 3 minutes. It's not every year. It's not every year. It's because Daniel Banyier is here. The 3 minutes are not. They control the media. They control my constitutional rights. They control the verdict.
And the judge granted that no one can be on my property except me and Robert Kaplan in a court order she filed at 8:30 this morning. Can you imagine your constitutional rights being taken away by people that don't like you?
Now, the government wants to jail him for contempt and noncompliance for what he deems unlawful weaponization of local government against him and others.
Right now, this man is a criminal. Oh, hey, Miss Piggy, are you filming too?
Mr. Davis.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here?
The property is in Pawlet, Vermont, a small town of roughly 600 or so folks, and they seem to have a pattern of chasing people out. Despite parroted media claiming Daniel never had a permit, he did indeed have a permit. He was issued by the town and later revoked by the judge 2 years after he built the school. And it's not just Daniel's rights. It's happening everywhere, all at once. A soft coup with the weapons of lawfare, delicately wrapped in the candy-coated language of convenience, safety, and for the greater good. This two-tiered system, feudalism, is now on full display. It's become like a white noise, a background constant we tune out. But every now and then, there's someone who stands up and says no. The signal in the noise.
Good afternoon, Vermonters, Patriots Worldwide. Kevin Hoyt with the Grassroots Warrior Network. And again, the self-identified governor of Vermont. And we're still trying to track down William Bill Humphreys. That's the police chief for Fairhaven, Vermont. Also a constable in Pawlet, Vermont, and a police officer in Grandville, New York, right? This is the police chief that's been convicted twice for giving alcohol to underage girls. And we always wondered, like, why he hated me. I think I know, because he was scared, and he was right. Bill, I'm coming, right? I am coming for you and all of your friends. I think we found another human trafficking ring. Bunch of new names that I want to release today. And again, we're going to call the Vermont Attorney General back. It's been almost 60 days. I called the Vermont Attorney General as a candidate for governor, said they are trying to kill me. They cut my brake lines. I want to report human trafficking, felony gun crimes, obstruction, murder, trafficking, and I still haven't got a call back. Does anybody find that weird? I find that weird, right? And the last time we talked, I still haven't spoken with the Attorney General, but their assistant said, well, if that's something they can investigate, they'll call you back. If, right? I know the truth. I think the feds have a stranglehold around our Attorney General. I think this is happening. But in the meantime, we still have a police chief that's dirty, that's on the board. We got a lot of them. In fact, there's some new names in here. And I want to, again, this gets bigger and bigger the more I look, but there's a couple names you guys can look into. Lee McChesney, Lee McChensey, McChensey. He is deceased, Mr. McChensey, but he was the largest real estate owner in Pawlet. Again, this goes back to the land grab. They're trying to steal Daniel Banyier's land, driving him out of Pawlet, stealing his land. Merrill Bent is the chief lawyer that's pushing that, right? And again, a political agenda. It's about guns and gun control and all this stuff. So I wondered, Bill Humphreys, this dirty cop, how did he get his job? The municipality, the town is responsible for the police. How did Bill possibly get his job with 2 convictions, right? Well, the answer is 3 people: Lee McChesney, Robin Chestnut Tangerman, and Merrill Bent. So I started looking into those people, and I want to tell you guys what I discovered because it's alarming, to say the least. So Lee McChesney, again, deceased now, he was the guy caught in Florida, Coral Springs, Florida, with the owner of the Patriots, the New England Patriots. And they were having sex with underage girls, or not underage, I guess 17-year-old girls that were being trafficked. They were chained to a wall with anklets, right? So we had Asian women, Chinese women that were chained to a wall in Florida. And Lee McChesney and the owner of the New England Patriots were caught having sex with those girls, those kids, right? So you think that would be a big deal. Again, Mr. McChesney, Lee McChesney, he was given a charge of soliciting sex from a minor. Not a minor that was being trafficked and was chained to a wall. What happened to that? What happens if that was you or me, right? So again, the business partner of Lee McChesney, now passed away, is Robin Chestnut Tangerman. This is the House of Representative member from Rutland County. So Vermont House member who took over the real estate business. So we're talking about the Vermont House again, talking about law enforcement, we're talking about real estate brokers. They own all the land. This is what happens. So Robin Chestnut Tangerman, again, he's the owner of the real estate company, business partners with Lee McChesney, who was caught having sex with kids, real good friends with Merrill Bent. Merrill Bent, again, connected to Rob Wilmington. That's not only a Vermont digger. That's when we get into the Bennington Sheriff, Chad Schmidt, Judge James Colvin, Sunrise Daycare, and DCF, right? Sexual misconduct with children at a child advocacy center that's run by the Vermont Department of Children and Families, Sunrise Daycare. It's got a matching EIN number with MAPS, the Mount Anthony Preservation Society, nonprofit owned by Judge Colvin, right? Again, Merrill Bent is business partners with that trafficking ring. The charges on the statewide issue law enforcement BOLO in Vermont State for Bennington County Sheriff Chad Schmidt and our high bailiff for human trafficking, murder, and obstruction. I'm the reporting party. This happened, right? Again, Chad's gone. Judge Colvin's gone. It's the same situation here. So Merrill Bent, again, is in the middle. That's the person that's persecuting Daniel Banyier, trying to get their land too. Again, connected with the largest land broker in Pawlet. What do you know, right? And again, all this goes back to daycare. There's another name, Lindsay Liebig, right? Lindsay Liebig. I love the name. Ironic, Liebig, right? So Lindsay Liebig, at first I'm like, who is this woman? She lives in Pawlet, Vermont. No, maybe not. Maybe I heard she's living with Bill Humphreys and his wife in Grandville, New York. Again, he's a New Yorker. He's not a Vermonter. Shouldn't be an elected official, but he is, right? Bill Humphreys, the dirty cop from Fairhaven, Vermont, has a P.O. box in Wells, Vermont, but he lives in Grandville, New York with his wife, who's connected with children. And then Lindsay Liebig, who's connected with children. It goes back to DCF. And I started looking into Lindsay. Well, her last name is Cavino. This is Tom Cavino. It's his wife. Tom Cavino is the lead constable in Pawlet, Vermont, that happens to work with Bill Humphreys. Are you guys making the connections? This is incredible to me. Chinese 17-year-olds chained to a wall, right? They covered up sexual misconduct with children at Sunrise Daycare in Bennington. Rick Gauthier, right, who retired under controversy and then went on to run the Vermont Police Academy. All these bad guys know Rick Gauthier. And then Rob Wilmington, who is the town lawyer. He gave that job to Merrill Bent, who is now the town lawyer. And Rob went on to run Vermont Digger. Okay, they control, again, we're talking about the media, the courts, the lawyers, real estate, law enforcement. Here it is, the same thing. Anybody care? Robin Chestnut Tangerman is your representative. They're connected to this. What happened to guilt by association, right? My mom used to slap my friends for being with me because they were part of it. It took a village, and that happened. And I've been slapped by a few other moms too, right? What happened to those days? How are you guys allowing this? The good people of Pawlet, the good people of Grandville. Do you care? Right? What about Fairhaven? Your police chief has been convicted of serving underage alcohol to minors twice. So what we're doing now, because Vermont doesn't care, we got a hold of New York, right? We're going to call a couple different people. We're going to call the mayor of Grandville, New York, the police chief of Grandville, New York, and we're eventually going to call the Attorney General here in Vermont State. We're going to try to get a hold of Merrill Ben again. That's not going to work. We'll try to get hold of Erica Martridge. That's not going to work. We'll try to get hold of Bill Humphreys, still running scared. Has anybody seen Bill Humphreys? Bill, when you see this video, give me a call. We're still looking for you. Put up a wanted poster for me. I don't even have to look for these guys anymore. They're scared and they're running, and they're right. They should be. I'm coming, Bill. You started this. I will absolutely finish it. So what we're doing, just so the people know, we're going to get a hold of the mayor. Now, they probably have their own little dirty cliques going on in Grandville, New York, too. But what this is it's called white mail. We're going to call these guys up and we're going to give them a choice. And the cool part is there's no loyalty among thieves because we are so close to their scandals. What they're going to do is they'll end up making a sacrifice of Bill Humphreys. If they were smart, I don't know. I told my officials in Bennington too, gave them a chance. They're all gone. They should have listened to me, right? So we're going to give them a chance over in Grandville, New York too. So let's go. We're going to call Paul Wavis. This is the mayor of Grandville, New York. We called him a while ago. I wanted to make sure he had an opportunity to investigate and look into it. We'll see if we can get a hold of Paul. This is the mayor for Grandville, and he's the one that's liable. And his phone number is 1-518-361-2666. And we're going to see again, we're going to put Paul on the spot and see if he cares, see if he can do something. Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Hello.
Hi, is this Paul?
Yes.
Hey, Paul, Kevin Hoyt over in Vermont again. How are you doing?
What's going on?
I don't know. I apologize for the delay. Hope you had a good St. Patrick's Day. I didn't think it'd take this long.
Actually, no.
You are? Well, is that like as the mayor or you got another job too? What's?
No, I also work for DHS.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, is it a bad time to call you? I want to go over the Bill Humphreys situation. In fact, it's gotten a whole lot worse. I got a few names. I don't know.
It's not a good time, really. I'm actually right in the middle of stuff.
Okay, well, could you possibly give me a call back later tonight and we can discuss it? I got some more names and I know you guys are on the line. All right, well, I would implore you to make a date, and I think at this point, you guys are going to be implicated anyway, just because you're the municipality. But we, okay. Well, this is what I'm talking about. This is where I got some new names. You know who Robin Chestnut Tangerman is? Yeah, or Merrill Bat. I think
I got to go to work here.
We've got a human trafficking ring, and again, you're going to be implicated one way or another.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm hoping you're going to do the right thing. If we got Bill Humphreys,
I don't know what's going on, but
okay, well, I believe that too. So I want to give you the scoop, and I want to prepare you because I think they're coming. Right, again, I know they're coming because I'm working with the feds, right? So
okay, well, I
want to prepare
the feds right now.
Awesome. Well,
right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. What do you think? He's going to call other people? I think last time I called and sent him all this evidence, he's going to call other people. So again, we're giving them the opportunity to do the right thing.
Returning your call.
I'm sorry, who was that? I apologize. I didn't hear you.
Paul Wavis.
Oh, from Grandville. Yeah, Paul. I appreciate the call back. I had some concerns. I was looking into William Humphreys. I guess he's one of your officers over there.
He's a part-time officer.
A part-time. I don't know if you guys were you aware he holds a couple jobs in law enforcement. He's a police chief over in Fairhaven, Vermont, and a constable in Pawlet as well.
Yes.
You did know that. Did you know about his criminal background at all?
What criminal background are you talking about?
Well, as far as like the 2 convictions for serving alcohol to underage minors to start with, but gets a little more devious.
Background that I know of Officer Humphreys, any documents on that case, I don't think he was ever convicted of anything, and I think the documents were sealed. How did you get this information, Kevin?
Yeah, no, there's two convictions for sure. I got the information as a reporting party. I'm a candidate for Vermont State Governor, but I'm also a reporting party for the multi-state federal RICO investigation. So I actually, Mr. Humphreys came to my attention because he put up a wanted poster for me and Daniel Banyier, right? So they're using Bill as kind of we have a,
owns property next to me.
oh, wow. Well, again, you probably are aware of the situation, right? So Merrill Bant, this is a political agenda. So Merrill Bant, who is the ex-town attorney for Bennington, right, is also the one that's persecuting Dan, and she's using, Bill again to enforce illegal laws. They're trampling that guy's rights. It's a land grab, essentially. But we've got enough information on Merrill Bant. Merrill's business partner, Rob Wilmington, again, that's the ex-town lawyer, right? And then he retired under controversy and went on to run Vermont Digger. But he set up all these illegal shell companies. So I'm sure you know what an EIN is, unique individual federal business number.
Right. A slate quarry business at my property abuts Dan Banyier's property in the back.
That's a beautiful.
He's got stone for me to build a driveway and do road work over there on that property as well.
Yeah, no, and again, I don't know Daniel that much other than the, mutual oppression and trampling of rights, if you will. But again, long story short, we live in a society of shell companies. So that's part of the RICO investigation. Of course, RICO's racketeering. The statewide issue law enforcement BOA for my sheriff, Chad Schmidt, and my high bailiff listed charges of human trafficking, drug trafficking, murder, obstruction. I'm the reporting party that located Chad. So again, the Vermont Sheriff's Association has a matching EIN with MAPS. That's the Mount Anthony Preservation Society. So does the Vermont New Hampshire Christmas Tree Association, or PAVE, Project Against Violent Encounters, or Turning Point, or I can go on and on, right? They all match because they're illegal business fronts for money laundering, for embezzlement, right? And again, there is
Sure. What does this have to do with
Bill Humphreys?
Told me you had.
Well, again, I think there's.
What is it? What is this?
Well, I'm wondering, first of all, were you guys aware that he's been convicted of serving alcohol to minors twice as a police chief? That's odd to me. I don't know how you can hold 3 different jobs in law enforcement at the same time. Do you know where he lives?
He passed the background check.
Sure, just like ours. If you don't pass it here, they'll send you over to Chad Schmidt. If you need a degree, they just buy one from SVC. This is why SVC is closed. This is why my police chief doesn't have a badge, right? So there's a lot of things going on, but I don't know if you guys were aware.
Office now?
I am not in office. No, sir. No, I'm just a deer hunter. A deer hunter from Bennington, but we got a lot of stuff that's coming down over here, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware. Again, Mr. Humphreys right now, I think he lives in New York, right? So, and again, collects welfare as he's double dipping the taxpayers of Vermont, and it sounds like he's got a job over there in New York too. That's kind of weird. He has Vermont license plates. I know he's got a PO box in Wells. Is anything about this gentleman legal? Where does he vote?
Yeah, I mean, you're blowing my mind here.
Well, I'm sure what I can do. This is what I'll do, Paul, is I'm going to send you a video because I spent I don't know, about an hour of my life yesterday on the phone with the Attorney General, Charity Clark in Vermont State. Again, we took out her boss, TJ Donovan, as part of this in our federal grand jury. But I did a video where I called Merrill Bent. I tried to call Bill Humphreys. I've been to Pawlet. I've been to Fairhaven. I can't find him. This guy put up a wanted poster for me. That's dangerous to start with, right?
Well,
And
he's the
people should look
chief.
into
He's
it.
the chief.
Uh-huh.
He's the chief up in Castleton. You should be able to find him there. He's usually there every
Castleton,
day.
it's Fairhaven. So you got another job and okay. Well, and again, I just know the municipality is the police department. When I sued my local police department, I had to sue the town of Bennington because it's one and the same. So you guys, again, have select boards, you have all these things that run it, and a mayor, I think that's a part of it. And I just want to make sure you're aware who this guy is. He's working on your police force. That's very concerning for me as a resident of Vermont, right? I'm not a New Yorker, but I can't. Well, and the thing is, I think Bill is though, right? Or is he? Is he a New Yorker pretending to be a Vermonter, or a Vermonter pretending to be a New Yorker? And when
I'm pretty sure, but I mean,
yeah, he's got a Grandville address.
It's right on our website there, Mayor Labus. I'm driving down the road right now. Actually, I'm probably cut out here and going through the rock cut, but right on our Village of Grandville website is my email. If you want to send that video to me and any information, it's right there. My email address is right there.
I'll do that, and then I'll follow up with you. I sure appreciate your call back. Like I said, not too many people actually call me back, so that's an impressive start. I thank you for your interest. We'll show you the video and we'll follow up a little bit later. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Okay, there's the mayor from Grandville, New York. That was very interesting. And we'll log that one up and put it on somewhere. Let's say it's the 5th. Today is March 5th. So one day it took him to call me back. That's a good sign. Kind of blew his mind. We'll see if he's interested. Maybe we got a good guy. What do you guys think? What are the odds? Well, good day to be tested. And my guess is they're probably going to come to their senses and throw him under the bus when I tell them everything that's going on. We've got a giant ring again, and Merrill Bent seems to be right in the middle of it, along with Bill Humphreys. They got Bill Humphreys the job because they needed a dog, right? Just like Chad Schmidt. These people they're using, again, it's a big chain and it's right here localized in your little tiny small Vermont town. That's the best place to do it and not get caught. Again, CPS related. Let's go back to see if I can find a phone number for the police chief because there's other people involved here. All right, here we go. This is Ernie Bassett. This is the police chief for Fairhaven or for Grandville, New York. And the phone number again is 1-518-518-642-2946. 1-518-642-2946. And this is Police Chief Ernie Bassett in Grandville, New York. And I'm going to see if he's aware of Bill's criminal record. Hello? Oh. You guys have watched me do this for months and months, right? It's a Monday, 3:15 in the afternoon. Calling the police. Zombie apocalypse out there. I got a gang of thirsty bikers, Bloods in the Crips. They're breaking in. It's an emergency in Grandville, New York. My house is on fire. Five 518-642-2946. 518-642. Hello? Hello? Come on. You gotta laugh, guys. What happened? Somebody picked up. Did you hear that? I think they picked up and hung up. I think they just dumped my call. Do you think they know my number? How can the police station just, it even says Grandville, New York right on it. Ernie don't want to answer either. Paul already told him. Hey, if you see this 802 number, you kidding me? All right, let me see if we got another number. Yeah, well, we got Bill Humphreys. Want to try Bill Humphreys? That's a New York number too. You guys were calling New York today. Let's call Bill. See if we can get a hold of Bill. He put up the wanted poster for me. We'll see if he can answer the call today. It's been a couple months we've been after this guy. Again, phone number for Bill, William Bill Humphreys, 1-518-361-8685, right? For all you people, good people that live in Fairhaven, Vermont, that live in Pawlet, Vermont, give him a call. If you see him, right,
please leave your message
like the voicemail.
1-361-8685.
Hey, Bill, this is Kevin Hoyt, still trying to get a hold of you. It's been a couple months. I got some questions, again, really related to Merrill Bent this time, Robin Chestnut Tangerman, and Lee McChesney. We got a whole bunch of questions to ask you. I know they helped you get your job, and again, I'm interested in that job, or I should say jobs, along with your criminal background. You're interested in mine. I am also interested in yours. So give me a call back. I'd love to have you join me for a podcast. Actually, that'd be really cool. But we got to talk first. You put up a wanted poster for me. I've been to your town. I've been to Pawlet. I can't seem to find you. So please give me a call back, 802. Thank you very much. Oh, what are we going to do? Merrill Bent? Should we try Merrill Bent? Let's call Merrill Bent, see what's going on over in Vermont State, if we can have any luck. We go through these over and over and over. 802-362-2560. This is Merrill Bent. This is her office, business, Wilmington, Bent, and Stancy. Dewey, Screw 'em, and Howe. Looks like that one's busy. So we're going to try Merrill Bent's personal cell phone. If anybody wants Merrill's cell phone, maybe you should be calling. Defending Daniel Banyier. Defending your own rights and liberties and our children, right? This woman is in the middle. Merrill Bent's not only oppressing Vermonters on a daily, going after Daniel Banyier, but she's connected with both this trafficking ring and the one that I know about in Bennington with Judge Colvin and Chad Schmidt, right? So let's ask her about it. Let's see if she knows anything. Again, 1-802, we love the 802s, 282-2966. That's Merrill Bent's personal cell phone. We'll see if Merrill answers today. Oh, she's in a meeting. Going to get her voicemail too.
Oh, it's been forwarded to
What do you know? These people are gone.
282-2966 is not available.
Oh, not available. In a meeting.
Your message
With Chad.
You have finished recording.
Dolphin with Judge Colvin in Ireland on your tax dollars. Hi, Merrill. This is Kevin Hoyt again, still trying to get a hold of you. I got some more questions, not only in regards to Bill Humphreys, but Robin Chestnut Tangerman, Lee McChesney. There's a few different ones. Lindsay Liebig is another big one. That's the wife of Tom Cavino. Again, right there, your dogs, I guess, that you're going after Daniel with. But I've got a lot of questions regarding EIN numbers, and now, unfortunately, I'm looking at human trafficking. So I'd like to know what your involvement is with these people and these players. And just to let you know, I have alerted the FBI, so they're going to be looking and probably calling too. My advice is don't lie like you lie to us and the people, right? But I am after an interview. Again, this is a media call. I'm calling not only as a self-identified and candidate for Vermont governor, but also with the Grassroots Warrior Network. This is a media interview. So I'm not sure, again, if I should try your business partners. I guess that's going to be my next move if I don't hear back from you. I've left numerous phone calls, and I still haven't received a call back. So That's odd to me. Please give me a call at your earliest convenience, though. I know you're busy. 802. Thank you very much and have a great day. These guys are shitting in their britches. Are you kidding me? And this isn't hard, guys. Look at this. This isn't hard. It really isn't. Who else we got on the list? Who else can we call? Erica Martridge. Let's call Erica. See what Erica has to say today. This is in regards to my warrant again, but Erica's not going to be available. As always, 1-802-442-8116. 802-442-8116. The Bennington County State's Attorney, Erica Martridge. I called, told them that I wanted to report crimes, and they told me not to call back anymore. You guys remember? So we're going to call Erica again. Was it Dolores? We'll see if Dolores, the friendly.
Bennington State Attorney's Office.
Hi, this is Kevin Hoyt. Could I speak with Erica, please?
She is down in a meeting. I can put you down to her voicemail.
Yeah, she's, can I make an appointment with Erica to arrange a call?
To arrange a call?
Right. I don't know. I've called, I don't know, not exaggerating, 100 times in the last 6 months. I still haven't. I've been down to your office playing shaving a haircut on your bell. You guys were jumping like rats off a ship because I was recording. I'm looking to get a phone call with Erica Martridge. My name's Kevin Hoyt. You have an outstanding warrant for me. I would like to ask Erica about her illegal PPP loan for starters, but a whole bunch of other things.
What you want to talk to her about?
I want to report crimes. Is there anybody I can report a crime to at the Bennington State's Attorney's Office? Embezzlement.
You have to go to Bennington PD.
All right, I want to report the Bennington Police Department for embezzlement and money laundering and human trafficking. Who do I call?
Then you'd have to go to probably the state police then.
No, I've already done that. And the Attorney General, I just got off the phone with Charity Clark. She told me to call you. Are you telling me that you're not going to be able to help me? There's nobody there, just to be clear.
No, we can't. That's not.
You're not going to investigate. You're not even interested in any crimes. What was your name, please?
Mine is Penny.
Penny, last name?
You don't need my last name.
I do. As a state worker and a public official, you have to tell me that, Penny. So could you please give me your last name?
No,
Yeah, you do legally. Penny, it's just like Dolores. Nobody wants to get involved. I am telling you that I have crimes and I want to report it. And what you're doing is telling me you can't. You're going to give me a voicemail, just to be clear. Penny.
We do not accept taking on crimes. So yes, would you like to take a voicemail?
Okay, even though the Vermont Attorney General told me to call you, you are not interested. Just wanted to be clear, Penny. Yes, I'd love her voicemail. Thank you.
All right, hold on.
Interesting. Get Erica's voicemail again. We'll leave Erica another message. Has anybody seen Erica Martridge? Erica, when you see this video, call me. What the hell's wrong with this picture, guys? I got a warrant. Everybody that wants me isn't there anymore. Isn't that funny? I'm still here. Has anybody seen Senator Dick Sears? Right? Stuart Hurd, your town manager in Bennington. Ask your town where Stuart is. He's at an undisclosed location. That's interesting. Did you know Stuart resigned? He's not your town manager? Did you know that? He resigned under executive session because he knows he's going to federal prison. Your town knows too. Bennington Select Board knows. Erica knows. That's why Erica's not there. Over 120 elected officials in the last 15 months. Gone, retired, resigned, moved, missing, in jail, but not for what they're telling you.
I am unavailable to take your call at this
Unavailable.
time. Please leave your name, telephone number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Erica, it's Kevin Hoyt again. As a citizen of Bennington, somebody wants to kill me. They're cutting my brake lines. I want to report some serious crimes like money laundering, embezzlement, felony gun crimes, and human trafficking. I've left, I don't know, not exaggerating, 100 messages for you. I've been down to your office. You're never available. I did call Vermont Attorney General Charity Clark. She told me to call you back, and I don't know. Call me when you can. See ya. And I had a call from Michelle Moore that I'm going to have to call right back. I had to hang up on that. And I didn't want to. All right, I'm going to hit record and we're going to stop. I'm going to come back in. We're going to call the Attorney General. I'm going to talk to Michelle Moore. I got a big show coming up with Mike Gill and Michelle tomorrow. Should be really awesome. Hang in there. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I had to make a quick phone call. Give Michelle Moore and Mike Gill. We have a call coming up tomorrow, the 19th. I don't know when this is going to be broadcast, probably a few days before that goes out as well. But Michelle Moore and Mike Gill, that's going to be a big one. We're going to talk about trust issues, how there's no one to trust. I can't imagine why. And in the meantime, we're going to call Charity Clark. Charity Clark is the new Vermont Attorney General. We removed T.J. Donovan through the Vermont federal grand jury. Nobody's telling you that. And she was a replacement. But we're going to call Charity. Again, we've called Charity numerous times. It's Montpelier, Vermont. See if we can get the AG interested in human trafficking. What do you think? It's ridiculous. It's Tuesday, 3:30. Are you kidding me? Vermont Attorney General. It's like the police department. Bennington Police Department's still locked, by the way. People think it's a safety hazard. You should call your public safety director, Paul Doucette. That's all he is. He doesn't have a badge. He's not your police chief anymore. Bennington, your police chief doesn't have a badge. Fairhaven, your police chief sells alcohol, gives alcohol to underage girls. We got, what the hell is going on? They don't even have an answer machine? 802-828-3171. We got to call them again. Oh.
If this is an emergency, please hang up and
You're
dial
an emergency.
911.
You're out of luck.
Business hours are 7:45 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, excluding state holidays. For scams, frauds, or consumer complaints against a business, please press 1 to be connected to the Consumer
You're being scammed, Vermont.
For employment
By your Attorney General.
Job protected leave questions, or civil remedies for victims of hate crimes, please press 2 to be connected to the Civil Rights Intake line. For all other matters, please press 3 and someone will assist you, or you may...
You know, I haven't even got a call back. 8 years. Every single representative out there knows about these scandals because I told them. When they say I don't know, they're lying. We got them. Every elected official. Not even kidding. Hi, can I speak with Charity Clark, please? Hello?
He is not available. Hello?
Hello. Sorry, yeah, can I make an appointment to speak with Charity Clark? This is Kevin Hoyt again. Who am I speaking with?
So my name is, I'm just taking notes right now. So my name is Kelly O'Brien. I am filling in with the individual who usually does answer these calls and does the scheduling with Charity.
Oh.
So he is out of the office sick today, but I can pass along your information to her for when she is back in the office tomorrow.
Excellent. And thank you, Kelly. Welcome to the chaos. You got a pen, you said? I'm going to give you my information. And again, this is the third time that I've called. And my first call was on February 1st. So my name is Right, you're not in.
I'm not aware of those calls just because I am, just
Filling
in some big shoes today.
Yeah,
So,
I got you. I'm not blaming you. But I'm looking for a callback. Again, if you want to write this down, my name is Kevin Hoyt, Hoyt. I was a 2020 and 2022 candidate for Vermont State Governor. I am a 2024 candidate for Vermont State Governor. They cut my brake lines and they want to kill me. I would like to report felony gun crimes to obstruction, to human trafficking, to money laundering involving our authorities. right? My police department, who doesn't have a badge. I'm a reporting party for our multi-state federal RICO investigation. I'm the guy that arrested Chad Schmidt or located him. That's the Bennington County Sheriff and my high bailiff. So we're talking about the Vermont federal grand jury. I'm the reason that her boss, why she got her job. This leads to TJ Donovan, right? TJ Donovan was removed by this RICO investigation, and then she replaced TJ. So I'm that guy. And I've called 3 times telling you that I'm a candidate that's receiving death threats, and they cut my brake lines, reporting human trafficking. And I still haven't got a call back. I find that really weird, to be honest. I know, Kelly, you're in the middle. That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? I'm a candidate. I'm a candidate for governor. What's that say? Well, do you think that's weird that I'm a candidate for governor who had his brake lines cut? What's that say about anybody else who wants to get involved with politics to start with? But I'm trying to report human trafficking to my attorney general for 2 months, and I haven't got a call back. Do you think that's weird? The last time you guys told me to call the Bennington County State's attorney, they told me not to call back anymore. That's one of the parties that I'm trying to report. Erica Marthridge, the Bennington County State's attorney, hasn't been seen in over a year. My belief is she's federally indicted, right? But I have nothing to verify that. I'm guessing you guys being the attorney general probably know that. The last time that I called, I was, again, whoever answered the call and took the messages, said Charity would call me back if she could investigate this. That's an odd statement to me as well. What do you mean, if she could? I am a citizen of Vermont State to start with, but I'm also a candidate for governor trying to report major crimes, and I can't get anybody to call me back, right? So, and I'm kind of being, I can feel it inside me. It's not towards you. This isn't personal, but there's some serious shit going on in Bennington and throughout the state. Again, we got 120 elected officials that have been removed in the last 15 months, right? So Charity is going to be involved with this one way or another. I hope it's on the good side, and I hope she's with me. I hope she can stand up and help me as a citizen of Vermont. I'm at least expecting a phone call back, right? Because if she's choosing the other side, then I got to identify that too.
Okay, so I took just some notes here that you've called before, called the last couple of times, and that you'd like her to call you back.
You said that you cut the brake lines part and the human trafficking part. That's kind of important. Okay.
You've called the Bennington State Attorney's Office as well, and they've told you not to call them.
Right, just like the Bennington Police Department. But then again, we've replaced the Bennington Police Department, and my police chief doesn't have a badge, right? So
what doesn't have a badge?
My police chief, right? He's been indicted as well, just like my town manager and the Bennington Banner, and I can go through and give you a whole list of people. I just found another human trafficking ring in Fairhaven, Vermont, again involving their police chief, William Humphreys, right? He's been convicted twice of serving alcohol to underage girls, right? Connected to CPS. It's all connected back to the Vermont Department of Children and Families. We have illegal matching EIN numbers. Sunrise Daycare in Bennington has a matching EIN with MAPS, which is Judge Colvin's nonprofit. That's where they covered up sexual misconduct with children. They being my town lawyer, Rob Wilmington, and my chief of police, Rick Gauthier. That was in '86. Rick Gauthier retired under controversy, went on to run the Vermont State Police Academy. Rob Wilmington retired, gave that job to Merrill Bett, still town lawyer today, and went on to run Vermont Digger. So we got the media, law enforcement, real estate, our House, our Senate, our Congress, right down through. And if you want to know about Phil Scott, I can tell you about all his garbage too with the CCP. So you guys are the highest up the food chain in terms of law enforcement. The problem here is, per statute, the attorney general turns into the biggest defense attorney, from prosecutor to defense attorney, if you go after our own Congress. The problem is, if you guys always do that, there's no checks and balances. At some point, when the evidence is overwhelming like it is right now, we need a state's attorney or an attorney general that's going to prosecute these guys, even if it's your friends. So I'm putting Charity on the spot. She is being tested, just like we're testing the rest of them. It's up to her what she's going to do. Okay, so give me a call back when she can. Is that a long story?
And what is the best number to contact you at?
Phone is 802. You got it. That's it, Kevin Hoyt. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time, Kelly. You have a great day. See ya.
Thank you. You as well. Bye-bye.
Okay, what do you guys think? If you got that message, as the Attorney General of Vermont State, should they give me a call back? I think they should give me a call back. They never give me a call back. Welcome to my world. Welcome to the corrupt world of the Vermont legislation, of the Vermont Congress, from local all the way to the top. I love you guys. This is easy. Make some phone calls for me. We'll make some more. And this is a never-ending thing. They picked the wrong guy. They picked the wrong generation. I'm not going to let this go now or ever again. I hope a few of you guys are with me.
But the problem is, I'm not Kevin Hoyt. I'm a liberal Democrat who voted for Hillary Clinton 15 times. I ain't no Trumper. I'm a roofer. .507 Main Street. This is the headquarters of the Samuel H. Blackmar Library, according to public records, but it's also the Barr, Sternberg, Moss, Silver, and Munson law firm. I wonder if they know that they're a library too. This is strange. Supposedly, this is where Rob Wilmington works now, at the Samuel H. Blackmar Library. Interestingly, Silver's law firm also is part of the PFOA settlement that Wilmington negotiated, and their PPP loan for 11 employees appears to be fraudulent, and Mike Munson is also a former assistant prosecutor who is in the library board, which Rob Wilmington once owned, but they also at the library board have a terrible PPP loan that's as fraudulent as any of them. And there's a lot going on. It's just interesting that Samuel H. Blackmar's library we can't find, and it ends up, this is the address they use, in a P.O. box in North Bennington. Tom Jacobs is somehow connected to all this. He was also head of it, and Wesley Mook is currently the head of the Samuel H. Blackmar Library, according to our records, and I'll post them on Facebook. Wes Mook's car right there with the 1806 plate, and this is the head of the Samuel Blackmar Library, according to Wes, in their public records. That doesn't actually exist. One of the many places that's headquartered at. And last but not least, Jonathan Cohen, right next to Bennington PD in the court, like it says on the map, Samuel Blackmar Library. Doesn't look like a library to me. Jonathan Cohen, president of it. This is South Street.